Believe it or not, it's November here in Maryland, and it's t-shirt weather still somehow. So got some rain coming in tomorrow, but this evening just beautiful, about 70 degrees right now. So we're going to try to get a little bit of sawing done here before it gets dark. It's pretty late in the evening now, late afternoon, but got a Shagbark Hickory log for my friend up north in Pennsylvania. He brought the top of the tree down as 3 8-foot sections here that are fairly small, and then he's still got the trunk 3 sections he's going to bring down next time he comes down. So looking forward to that. These are pretty small to be cutting, but never cut hickory before, so this will be something new, which is always nice. Do something a little different. It's going to be used probably for axe handles, tool handles, maybe even archery bow. So we're going to cut it pretty thick, thicker than I normally cut it, just because we'll need the extra width for those uses. So we're going to get cutting here and see what we get into. That cut was kind of rough. I don't know if it's a blade issue. The blade is not it's a new blade that I've resharpened, so possibility that it wasn't sharpened that well. Or it just might be because the wood is so hard to cut. So I never cut hickory before, so that could be it. We'll take a look and see what we got here. As expected, we lost just about all of the tail end there. Ooh, got some weight to it. That is for sure. This is really my first time looking at hickory. There's a tiny bit of heartwood there. That's kind of neat looking. So the saw seems to be struggling, and that's kind of odd since this is such a small piece. But it could just be the hardness of the wood, and it also wasn't held in place that well, so that could be part of it. So I'm going to actually flip it now, try to get a better grip of it, and keep sawing. Some neat colorations in here, neat markings. Well, we'll call them waste pieces just because of all those times I dug in. However, I just got a Weber Smoky Mountain smoker, so this is hickory. It's going to go into the smoke pile. Whew. They're heavy pieces. They're beautiful pieces. I said this is my first time cutting hickory. I didn't really know what to expect, but so far I'm definitely impressed. Once I got it cutting, that is. Neat looking heartwood. This is one of the smaller pieces too. I think once we get into the trunk it'll be even more exciting, but Not bad. Not bad. I'm probably going to do the loader for that second piece. It doesn't look that big, but it is heavy. It's very dense. Top piece is, of course, scrap. And so this is destined for the smoker, so it's all good news. Finally, a nice straight log to cut, which is so much easier as far as adjusting the blade guides and getting a good cut. Has some weight to it. There is no doubt it has some weight to it. Try to give you guys a good view. What's going on as far as the grain and all that. So, a couple of knots. A void there. We'll have to, like for an axe handle or similar use, we'll have to avoid some of that mess. But yeah, kind of cool look. They're not perfect as far as holes, but piece is one hole there, and that's next one's got a few, but I think we can work around it for the most part there. So the rain is really coming down now, so might be all the sawing I get today, but at least we solved the hickory mystery. I think just push slower and more lubricant seemed to do the trick. So thanks to, I think it was a forestry forum, there was a good thread on hickory there. Always a good resource, see what other sawyers are doing to combat the tougher woods to cut. Looks like some nice pieces here. Top one is actually grain's pretty straight. No knots or anything. Middle one, once we get into the hardwood, there are some knots, but I think we can work around it for our purposes. So, get these out of the way and get the final log up. That blade didn't do it. God, it's so weird. It seems sharp, but it's not. All right, so there's a good bit of waste in that cut, as you can see. Um, that's all right. The log was thin on one end and thick on the other. Plus, we actually just got a smoker, so we're excited to have some hickory splits and chunks for smoking meat. So it's not like this is gonna go to waste. Let's see what we got. Got some weight to it. We got some new blades in, and that seemed to do the trick. Couldn't use a blade that really had any life at all on it. Had any wear, rather. That's our last piece. Cut at about 9/4. Reasonably thick piece, but. So that wraps up this video. Like I said, this is my first time cutting hickory, and I did some research online, and everybody else that cuts hickory says it's like cutting granite, and I can confirm that. I don't know if you kept track, but I probably went through about 10 different alpha changes during the video, which is usually a sign that it's difficult cutting. I'm doing it over multiple days, multiple changes in between, but it's all good. Cut some a new species, and learned a little bit, and we'll see what I get into cutting next.